will be the 99 of Sylvain Ouellet, was 6th in yesterday's race. Ouellet 99 starts 7th, and to his outside, Andre Lapointe in car number 12. Lapointe was 10th in the race yesterday, and will go now from the 8th starting position as the field makes its way out of turn 10 and works down the start-finish straightaway behind the Nissan Z pace car. Going back into row 5 on the inside, the 22 of Jean Odette, and then the 11 of Normand Boyer. Keep an eye on Boyer. He's got lots of laps here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, going back to the old Honda Michelin series that at times did have to run in the wet. So Boyer, number 11, starting 10th. He was 3rd in the race yesterday. In row 6, 95, Daniel Fortin. Alongside will be the 63 of Frederic Chaput, qualified at 1:41.658. And then in row 7, 191, Matthew Miron. And outside, the last of the Sentra Cup cars, 427, Nicolas Perret, who ran in the Micra Cup Championship for many years, makes the move up to the Sentra Cup car. And then the last couple of rows, rows 8 and 9, will have the Micra Cup class cars. 90 is Francois Angers Routhier, qualified at 1:46.296. So the Micras are about 7 seconds a lap slower. And alongside of him, 16th starting position for number 419, Raphael St. Pierre. And then the final row, 27, the young lady from Quebec, Marie Soleil Labelle, car number 27, qualified at 1:58.090. And the last car on the grid, 425, Max Poirier, car number 425 is 18th on the outside of that 9th row as the field makes its way through a very wet Moss Corner behind that Nissan Z. That's a 223 model that's being used as the safety car for the series. And the drivers single file, just taking a good look at that wet racetrack for the first time. Of course, yesterday, until the thunderstorms blew through here, they were running on a nice dry racetrack. And of course, here on Friday, had a beautiful warm day for all of the testing sessions and the official practice that they got in late on Friday afternoon, that 30-minute session where the times were very, very close. So in the wet, we'll see what kind of pace that they're going to be turning. 1:39's 1:40 in the dry, but here this morning, those lap times I think are going to be up a good 8 to 9 seconds at least as the field winds its way up the Andretti straightaway. This one's scheduled for 40 minutes to take us to the lunch break. Great to have you with us, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Gonzalez here in the tower, and I hope you are well here and managed to get through those storms yesterday in good order. We look forward to seeing you back out here either in a month for the Varac Vintage Grand Prix or perhaps for our Chevrolet IMSA WeatherTech weekend. The field makes its way out of turn number 8. That Nissan Z safety car is going to jump on a pit road, and then it will be up to the 2 drivers, Arsenault 36 and Alexandra Fortin 32, to bring that field slowly into turn 10, onto the start-finish straightaway, and then all eyes are going to be focused on the starter stand to see whether or not that green flag comes out. The field appears to be lined up quite nicely as they look for the green, and looks like the green flag is out. Racing down into turn number 1, it is the pole sitter, Justin Arsenault, who will grab the lead, but he'll swing wide. Big slide, and he will get shuffled back into third. Contact there in turn number 1 between a couple of drivers, and all of a sudden we've got a new leader. It is 88 Simon Charbonneau who has gone to the front. Charbonneau aggressive on this opening lap. He'll bring the field into turn 3 as these drivers on the ragged edge of traction. And already I see Norman Boyer in car number 11 has moved up just a little bit. The 95 car there of Daniel Fortin out onto the grass, gets it gathered back up. So really on this opening lap at racing speeds is where these drivers will gauge just how fast that they can go and how much they need to adjust their braking markers on this very wet racetrack as they head up the back straightaway. Opening lap, the pole sitter Arsenault still back in that third place spot. After shuffling the order here, 88 Simon Charbonneau is your leader. 32 Alexandra Fortin in second. Third is the pole sitter Justin Arsenault. Fourth and fifth, I believe, is still Valerie Lamage and 08 Simone Dionvienne as they work into the top of the S's on this opening lap. This one with a 40-minute time limit on it, swinging through turn 9 and into 10. And it will be that 88 car going through here. Simon Charbonneau with the lead, followed by the 32 of Fortin, and then 36 Arsenault. Andre Lapointe in car number 12 has moved up into fourth. Then Valerie Lamage fifth. 08 Simone Dionvienne in sixth. 99 Sylvain Ouellette is in seventh. Eighth is 191 Nicolas Morin, and then behind Eric Chaput. So Chaput is out there and up against the wall, so he has had a spin out there on the racetrack after going through here in that 9th place position, but he is off over in turn 1. Will get it turned around and continue, but up front, that 88 car of Simon Charbonneau continues to lead the field. The one driver who did not make the start here, let's double check it here, how far back. Norman Boyer, I believe Boyer was the driver who did not make the start, as these drivers contend with some very difficult conditions. And right now, we've got a great battle going on for 4th and 5th between the 12 of Andre Lapointe and 220 Valerie Lamage. Lamage to within a half a car length, looking to wrestle that 4th place position away from the 12 of Andre Lapointe as the front-running 3 drivers go up under the Canadian Tire walkover bridge and into turn number 8. Here's Lamage. She will dive in on the inside going into turn number 8, and Valerie Lamage has moved that Total Quartz machine up into 4th place as she picks up the position on the start-finish straightaway. Lap number 2 goes up on the board. The lap time, 1:52, so about 12 seconds slower than they would have run. They are showing, it looks like a full course yellow as far as we can tell from that shot up in the flagger stand. And we do go to the full course yellow as the problem is up in turn number 3. We'll get a number on that race card that's literally stopped on the outside of turn number 3. Simon Charbonneau in car number 88, your race leader. Justin Arsenault had moved around into second. Andre Fortin third. Valerie Lamage in fourth. That is the 08 car that is parked up there in turn number 3, Simone Dionvienne. And looks like there's just no fire in the engine, so I'm not sure exactly what the problem may be, but that car obviously in a very precarious position on the racetrack, and the officials had no choice but to go to the full course yellow. So working lap number 3 in this 40-minute Nissan Sentra Cup race number 2 of the weekend. And there you can see the, looks like the window netting is down. The driver, absolute fine. Not sure if there was any contact with the wall, but they'll get that situation all squared away. And as soon as we do, we'll be set to resume green flag racing. But right now, working lap number 3, about 6 minutes into this 40-minute run. It is the 88 of Simon Charbonneau, your race leader. Pole sitter 36, Justin Arsenault in second. 32, Alexandra Fortin third. 220, Valerie Lamage is fourth. Fifth, 12, Andre Lapointe. Sixth is 99, Sylvain Ouellette. Seventh, 191, Nicolas Miron. Eighth is 427, Nicolas Barrette. Good run there for Barrette, up into eighth, having run the Micra Cup Series for many, many years. Frederic Chaput in car number 63 in ninth, and then it is Jean Odette rounding out your top 10 in car number 22. Your leader in the Micra class is the 90 of Francois Auger-Routhier, running 11th overall. 12th is your second place Micra Cup class driver, 419, Raphael St. Pierre. Then 95, Daniel Fortin in 13th. That would be the 11th place Sentra Cup car. Then Marie Soleil Lebel, who just before we went to the full course yellow, had turned her fastest lap of the race, a 2-minute 14.451. She sits third in the Micra class. Then Eric Chaput in car number 116, 15th overall. That would be 12th in the Sentra Cup. And then Max Poirier in the 425, 16th overall. He would be fourth in Micra Cup. Norman Boyer looks like he was through there a lap down on the official timing and scoring, so not sure what the issue was with Boyer, but he is being shown in 17th. And the one car that is going to be out of the race, should be up on that flatbed shortly and get it towed away there from turn number 3, is the 08 of Simone Dion Vienne, former NASCAR Pinty Series competitor. And looks like he will be a DNF, pick up 0 championship points here this morning after in race number 1 being scored back in the 17th position. So not a great weekend for Simone Dion Vienne, as that car is going to be brought back here to the paddock. And of course, after the opening round here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, these drivers will be heading to Montreal to run at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve as one of the support classes for the Canadian Formula One Grand Prix coming up in about a month. They'll also run at Mont-Tremblant in July. They'll run at Trois-Rivières in August. And then on Labor Day weekend, the Nissan Sentra Cup Series will return here to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, part of our big Labor Day weekend sprints. Couple of races on the schedule. That'll be races 9 and 10 of their championship before wrapping up the series, as they have traditionally done for many, many years, at Mont-Tremblant in late September. That'll be the 23rd, 24th, and 25th weekend that they will decide, I'm sure, both the Sentra Cup and the Micra Cup Championship for 2022. We work lap number 4 under a full course yellow. We come up on about 30 minutes remaining in the scheduled 40-minute run in the Nissan Sentra Cup. We'll be going to our lunch break at 12 noon, and then scheduled to go off here at 1 o'clock. We'll continue to update you on the situation, but the eBay Motors 200 round number 2 of the Nissan Sentra Cup slated to go as the field makes its way down across the stripe and into turn number 1. We're back to racing. The green flag didn't come out. And here's the charge up on the outside by Valerie Lamage, looking to go from 4th all the way up into 3rd. She is side by side as they come into turn number 2. Valerie Lamage down on the inside of 32. Alexandra Fortin, and they're still running door handle to door handle into turn number 3. Side by side battle here for 3rd, and Fortin will turn back the bid by Valerie Lamage to grab that 3rd place spot. Car number 12 right there as well. That is the Andre Lapointe car. And now we've got one of the cars slowing there. That was the 22 of Jean Odette. Odette's got some kind of a problem as they run into Moss Corner here as we go back to green on lap number 5. Positions being swapped all over the racetrack. That 99 car of Sylvain Ouellette right there, as well as we've got packs of cars battling for positions inside of the top 10. Meanwhile, up front, it is that 88 of Simon Charbonneau, your leader. The pole sitter, Justin Arsenault, runs in the 2nd place spot. Then the 32 of Alexandra Fortin. And again, Valerie Lamage right there in 4th. The 12 car of Andre Lapointe continues to round out the top 5. The field swings through turn number 9 and into 10. No change there, single file back on the start-finish straightaway. It is the number 191, Nicolas Moran, has gone through here into the 7th place position. Moran up into 6th. Then it is Sylvain Ouellette in 7th. 427, Nicolas Moran in 8th. 9th is 63. Frederic Chaput, and then 95, Daniel Fortin, rounds out your top 10. The 90 of Francois Auger-Routhier, car number 90, is 11th overall and still leading the micro class, and has got a pretty good lead going on there. Change in that 5th place position. The driver on the charge is Nicolas Moran in car number 191. That last lap for Moran, 1:54 and change. And right now, the race leader, Charbonneau, with the fastest lap of the race, 1:52.403. But that 191 Motorsports, that all-white Sentra, that has now moved up into the 5th place position and is putting on a charge, closing in on the cars ahead of them on the racetrack. Front running 3 have broken clear from the rest of the field. And right behind Valerie Lamage is going to be that white number 191 car of Nicolas Moran, working lap number 6. They're off the end of the Andretti straightaway, in through the S's. Coming in at turn number 9, front running 3 cars have separated from the rest of the field. Charbonneau in car number 88 right there, up across the line. Arsenault 36 in 2nd. Alexandra Fortin is 3rd. And all of those drivers with their fastest laps of the race, 1:49.593 for Charbonneau. That is 10 seconds off of what they were running in the drive. Justin Arsenault 36 in 2nd, 32. Alexandra Fortin 3rd. And we've got a spin in turn number 1. That is the 63 car looping around. Frederic Chaput. That car does a complete 360 and he gets it turned around and will continue. Looking at the battle here for 4th and 5th, Valerie Lamage in car number 220 has that 191 of Nicolas Moran all over her back bumpers. They come in at turn number 5. Late braking will bring them to within just the car length of Valerie Lamage as they come out of the hairpin of Moss Corner and begin the run up the back straightaway. very aggressive charge out of that hairpin turn, looking at a terrific two-car battle. Meanwhile, things starting to close up and tighten up at the front of the field. Charbonneau in car number 88, just ahead of Justin Arsenault, 36. And the 32 of Alexandra Fortin right there in third. Only about 10 car lengths separating those front-running three drivers as they come through turn 9. And next time across the stripe, it'll be lap number 7 going up on the board. And we're just coming up on minute 16. So about 24 seconds to go for fourth. And it is 191. Nicolas Moran has moved around Valerie Lamage. We'll check his lap time. Just about what front runners are running. So look for that white number 191 Sentra to maybe make it a four-way fight at the front. Going into turn number 2, the 12 car is up against the wall. Andre Lapointe. Also coming on to pit road is Jean Odette in car number 22. And that 12 car is not in a good position. Andre Lapointe, who had been running in 7th. So Lapointe nosed into the wall there just at the crest of turn number 2. The driver is out of the car as they continue to deal with that situation with a local flag. And we look at the front-running three drivers who have just totally pulled away from the rest of the field as they come into turn number 8. Here's a challenge for the lead on the outside. Car number 36, the pole sitter Justin Arsenault, has grabbed the lead coming through turn number 9. But just as he does that, we go to the full course yellow, and the safety car has pulled out onto the racetrack. Here is the 191 car going through. Nicolas Moran, followed by Valerie Lamage in 5th. And also out into the gravel trap is car number 116, Eric Chaput, who had been running in 10th. So we've got a couple of incidents on the racetrack to deal with here. The 116 of Eric Chaput off into the gravel trap, and then also that 12 car that is parked at the top of turn number 2, Andre Lapointe. So this is going to shuffle the running order. The lap times had certainly dropped as they went back to racing after that earlier full course yellow into the 49s. And we are under a full course yellow, working lap number 9 of the scheduled 40-minute run. We're coming up on the halfway point. That car of 116, Eric Chaput, is parked down in the gravel trap at Moss Corner. And it has not been a great weekend for Eric Chaput, who raced in the old Micra Cup series for many, many years, moving up to Sentra Cup here in 2022. He did not finish the race yesterday, and so they're dealing with that. Now the flatbed and the service vehicles up at the top of turn number 2 to get that 12 car of Andre Lapointe out of there. And then they're going to have to get Chaput 116. So it looks like he is going to have another abbreviated run here. Does not quite make it to the halfway point in this one after going out early in the first race here yesterday afternoon. So Eric Chaput is going to have to regroup as the series looks to go to Montreal to run in conjunction with the Formula One weekend there. Under the full course yellow, we're coming up just past the halfway point, a little over 20 minutes gone by in this 20-minute race. I would think they should be able to get things sorted out here, that we've got somewhere in the vicinity of about 6 or 7 laps that we'll be able to get in before that 40-minute clock on the series runs out. If you've joined us late here on a Sunday morning and you've come to Canadian Tire Motorsport Park with your main focus of attention, the eBay Motors 200 NASCAR Pinty Series race, it will be coming up here on the schedule for 1 p.m., 51 laps. The eBay Motors 200, the NASCAR Pinty Series drivers got in a 1-hour practice session yesterday, but then with the weather, their official qualifying session was rained out or canceled. No rain was falling by the time we got to 5 p.m., but given everything that had gone on with the major storms coming through here, NASCAR officials elected to just go with the practice times from earlier in the day to set the grid. And it will be the 47 of LP Dumoulin out of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, the WeatherTech Belmar Dodge on the pole, and Trayton Lapsevich out of Grimsby, Ontario, the RGC Sports Quick-Wick FBM Chevrolet number 20 will be alongside. Lapsevich only got a couple of laps in during the practice before stuffing the car into the tire wall in turn number 3. But his earlier quick lap was able to hold up for the second fastest among all the drivers, and so the current championship points leader in the NASCAR Pinty Series will start up there on the front row. So a total of 25 NASCAR Pinty Series cars listed here on the grid, including, I believe, about 6 rookie drivers. Of course, Adam Ross will join us here in the booth. I believe David Bradley will join us as well. That all coming up at 1 p.m. this afternoon, at least scheduled right now. That light rain continues to fall. The tow truck has made its way down to turn number 5 as the car there of Eric Chaput, number 116, looks like he's been able to at least drive it out of the gravel trap. We'll see whether or not they put the car up on, oh, I guess he got pulled out of the gravel trap there, and I think he is gonna drive it back here to the pits. So he'll not have to go up on the hook, but looks like he will be able to drive it back up onto the racetrack. In the meantime, the number 12 car of Andre Lapointe about to go up onto the flatbed. So I would think within about a few minutes we should be set to go back to green, and that should give us about 12 minutes of racing, which should translate into about 7 or 8 laps is what we'll be able to get in. But right now, as we come up on minute 24 of 40 with 9 laps completed, we continue to run under the full course yellow. And still the flatbed and the safety officials over there at turn number 2. I suspect that that car of Andre Lapointe, as he came up over the crest of the hill, just lost the front end, and it looks like he pointed the nose of the race car into the wall on the left side, right under that Moog Champion Bridge that allows fans to go from the inside to the outside of the racetrack up there in turn number 2. The Nissan Z safety car brings the field back onto the start-finish straightaway. This will be lap 10 completed under the full course yellow, and our pole sitter, who made that move just before we went to the full course yellow, Justin Arsenault in car number 36, was able to get around on the outside, and then shortly after that is when we went to the full course yellow for the 2 incidents. The 116 car down there in turn 5, Eric Chaput, And then Andre Lapointe's number 12 Sentra that the field is just going by. Now it's still up there in turn number 2 as we look to conclude the third of our races here this weekend, this morning, having run the M-Zone Radical Cup Canada race, kicked off here just after 9:30. Then the Super Production Challenge, their second race of the weekend, and now the second of our Nissan Sentra Cup races with just about 14 minutes to go. Of course, coming up during the lunch break, we've got our various food vendors in the paddock area, as well as, I believe, Zambri's Pizza up there in turn number 3, wood oven pizzas being offered all weekend long. And of course, our trackside grill here at the racetrack, the CTMP merchandise trailer between paddocks A and B. That's where you'll find all of the various CTMP merchandise. They'll be open, I believe, until about 4 o'clock today. If you are souvenir shopping, want to pick up an item from the weekend, you can head on over there to the merchandise trailer during the lunch break. Justin Arsenault, race 1 winner yesterday over 6 laps, picking up half of the traditional championship points. Trying to back that up with another win here this morning, but a number of other drivers there, including Simon Charbonneau, 88, Alexandra, 410, and Nicholas Moran. He's been very quick in the wet in car number 191, currently being shown 4th in the rundown. He had quite the fight there with Valerie Lamage for 4th. And it does look, a video shot we just saw here of the Eric Chaput number 116 race car, that he may have backed that car into the wall and then it spun and nosed in as the field makes its way through turn number 9. The Nissan Z safety car has gone to pit road. So with about 29 minutes remaining, we're about to go back to green, and the racetrack probably as wet as it's been all morning long as the green flag flies here into turn number 1. And it will be the pole sitter and race leader Justin Arsenault who'll take him down into turn 1. The drivers try to be as cautious as they can. That number 191 car may have had some kind of a problem there on the start. Nicholas Moran has dropped well back. Valerie Lamage in car number 220 right there in 4th, and then Sylvain Ouellette, car number 99, running in 5th. They run into turn 3. Here's a challenge for that 5th place position, and it is Norman Boyer is the driver on the charge. Norman Boyer, who got off to a slow start, but he has come charging up through the field as right now the drivers working their way back to green. We've got a little over 10 minutes remaining, and the battle into the hairpin at Moss Corner, and now up the back straightaway they will go. Justin Arsenault trying to double up and pull the double here after winning that abbreviated 6-lap opening race of the weekend. But he has got his hands full up the back straightaway as that 88 car of Simon Charbonneau is tucked right under his bumper. Now he'll take a look on the inside. Charbonneau took a look on the inside going into turn number 8, and he is off the racetrack. Arsenault, 36, out onto the grass, jumps right back onto the racetrack at turn number 9, but that is going to give us a new leader. It is the 88 car of Simon Charbonneau who is out in front. Arsenault off the racetrack, he's jumped back on, but he is going to be, I believe, in about 3rd. Yes, he comes through in 3rd. Valerie Lamage, number 220, in 4th, and then Sylvain Ouellette in car 99 rounds out your top 5. So Arsenault goes from the lead all the way into 3rd after that big miscue. Front running 4 drivers into turn number 3. Again, the racetrack much wetter now. Their lines are completely different than what they would have turned in the drive. But I tell you, Arsenault did a great job, and that was a miraculous save as he got out onto the pavement, then the grass there in turn number 8, and was able to get back onto the racetrack going into turn number 9. But right now it is that 88 of Simon Charbonneau leading the way. 32, Alexandra Fortin in 2nd. 36, Justin Arsenault 3rd. And then 4th is Valerie Lamage in car number 220. 5th is 99, Sylvain Ouellette. 95, Daniel Fortin is 6th. 7th, 427, Nicolas Barrette. 8th is 191, Nicolas Moron. And then your leader in the micro class, running in 9th overall, is Francois Auger-Routhier. Raphael St. Pierre, 419, 2nd in the micro class, and then 11th overall, 3rd in the micro class, Marie Soleil Lebel in car number 27, and then 425, Max Poirier is 4th in micro cup. Up at the front, the race leader, Charbonneau, about to go through here. Lap number 13 goes up on the board, and he has the fastest lap of the race at 1:49.593. Andre Fortin, 32, in 2nd. 36, Justin Arsenault, 3rd. Still 220, Valerie Lamage in 4th. And here's a challenge for 2nd into turn number 2. Arsenault got past, but now he's going to swing wide. Fortin in car number 32. They're going to go door handle to door handle into turn number 3. Arsenault on the inside will muscle his way through into that 2nd place position, putting Alexandra Fortin back into 3rd. And while that is going on, that has allowed Valerie Lamage to move up here and be very much a part of this 3-car battle going on for that 2nd place position. Charbonneau in car number 88 starting to pull clear from the rest of this battle going on for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That just exits the hairpin at Moss Corner as they head up the back straightaway. We come up here on just about 6 minutes remaining. 99, Sylvain Ouellette still running in 5th. 191, Nicolas Moron in 6th. 7th is 95, Daniel Fortin. And then 8th is Nicolas Barrette. He's the last of the Centra Cup cars in the top 10, because then the next 4 positions all belong to the Micro Cup drivers. The 427 of Barrette, as we said, 8th. And then 9th overall is your Micro Cup leader, 90, Francois Auger-Routhier. Then Raphael St. Pierre, 419, 2nd in Micro Cup. And 27, Marie Soleil Lebel, 3rd. 425, Max Poirier, 4th in the Micro Cup class. The leaders back into turn 1. Lap number 14 goes up on the board. Front running 3 drivers are through. Valerie Lamage, number 220, still runs in the 4th place position, about 5 seconds separating our front running 4 drivers here in the Centra Cup. And we've got exactly 5 minutes to go before that checkered flag comes out. But right now, Simon Charbonneau, 88, starting to take control of that race. He has opened up 3.5 seconds on the pole sitter, Justin Arsenault, in car number 36. Arsenault has been very aggressive. Also looking at a pretty good scrap going on further back in the field. These drivers with a bit of a problem there. Jean Odette in car number 22 is running back there at, I believe, about 17th. And meanwhile, the race between the two Micra Cup cars, that black number 90 of Francois Auger-Routhier and number 419 Raphael St. Pierre, they're only a couple of car lengths apart in 9th and 10th. So this is your Micra Cup battle going into the hairpin at Moss Corner. Meanwhile, up front, it has been 88 Simon Charbonneau. That lead was 3.3 seconds, and I think he may have opened up a little bit more. We'll check the interval here. Justin Arsenault, as to whether or not Arsenault, with a little bit less than 4 minutes to go, whether or not Arsenault has got the pace to reel in the race leader. It was 3.3 seconds, and now it's down to 2.8. So can Arsenault reel in Charbonneau before the checkered flag? Alexandra Fortin, car number 32, in third. And then Valerie Lamage, car number 220, back there in fourth. Nicholas Moran has moved up into fifth in car number 191. After having a bit of a slow restart the last time we went out of the full course yellow and back to green. We'll continue to monitor the gap up front. 88, Simon Charbonneau, your race leaders. 36, pole sitter, and our race winner yesterday, the 36 of Justin Arsenault. Then it is 32, Alexandra Fortin, holding on to that last podium spot. And then Valerie Lamage in car number 220. There in fourth. Nicholas Moran rounds out your top five as we come up here on minute number 38. So I would think next time by, it'll be 2 laps to go. We'll double check it. I don't believe the white last lap flag is going to be out for these drivers as they come off the end of the back straightaway and into turn number 8. Certainly very challenging conditions for these drivers. Here is your race leader, Charbonneau. And it is the last lap board being displayed, so they do give them the last lap board as they come through. Charbonneau, it's 2.8 seconds. So I don't know if Justin Arsenault can make up 2.8 seconds with less than a lap to go. But third place, 32, Alexandra Fortin. And then fourth is still Valerie Lamage. 191, Nicholas Moran runs in fifth. Out of turn number 2, they head for the right-hander here of turn 3 for the final time. And looking at that battle in the Micra Cup, it's still the 90 of Francois Auger-Routhier ahead of 419 Raphael St. Pierre. Looks like Routhier has taken control of that battle in the Micra Cup class. The race leader, Charbonneau, through the 5B turn. Arsenault really on the ragged edge. He is pushing as hard as he can, but I think he's simply going to run out of laps here. Charbonneau in car number 88 by about 15 car lengths up that back straightaway. Then Arsenault 36, 32, Alexandra Fortin. Looks like he's going to put a lock on that third place spot. Valerie Lamage, 220, still running in fourth after finishing in fourth yesterday. So another run just off the podium. Couple of corners to go. Here is your race leader into turn number 9, the 88 of Simon Charbonneau. Into turn number 10, Arsenault has certainly closed it up, but the checkered flag about to come out, And there is the win for Simon Charbonneau as he completes lap number 17. The pole sitter, Justin Arsenault, in second. Alexandra Fortin, car number 32. The Saint-Foy Nissan sponsored car up for third. Valerie Lamage in fourth. Nicolas Miron across the line here as he works his way across the stripe in fifth. So quite a battle throughout. And then our Micra Cup driver here, number 90, Francois Auger Routhier, car number 90, just coming through turn number 9, running in 9th overall, but he will win the Micra Cup class. But a solid run for 88 Simon Charbonneau, 1 minute 49.593, the fastest lap of the race that he had. And that lap came on lap number 6 of the 17 that we turned here this morning. And then it will be Justin Arsenault, his win yesterday in that abbreviated 6-lap race 1, going along with his run here in second. That should, I believe, give him the points lead, but it'll be very close among a number of drivers heading to Montreal for round number 2 of the Nissan Sentra Cup Series as the drivers make their way back on around. That'll wrap up our morning racing action here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park as we go into our lunch break. A great opportunity to head by the CTMP marketplace with the various displays and activities that are going on over there, as well as our trackside grill, of course, open for lunch. May want to head by the CTMP merchandise trailer and grab yourself a souvenir from the weekend. But that will wrap it up. An impressive run for Simon Charbonneau in car number 88, takes the victory over Justin Arsenault, 36. And then Alexandra Fortin comes home here in third. Valerie Lamage, pretty good points paying weekend for Valerie, although she did not finish on the podium. A couple of fourth-place finishes will certainly keep her in the running for the championship. They'll be heading down to the victory podium here at the east end of the paddock for the podium presentations in both the Sentra Cup and the Micra Cup classes. And of course, following our 1-hour lunch break here today, we will be rolling out, at least right now. We'll try to get the update here. Of course, the drivers yesterday qualified in that practice session as they used the times from the practice to set the grid. And we'll see the situation here. If we've still got a wet racetrack at 1 o'clock, do they go with the rain tires that are available, or